Gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many glasses of plain water have you had today? 1, 2, maybe 3. Now you might be thinking, Dr. Romano, I drink plenty of water. I'm staying hydrated and I hear you. But here's what I need you to understand. If you're over 50, drinking plain water could be one of the biggest missed opportunities in your entire health routine. Because while water keeps you alive, it's not keeping you vital. I'm Dr. Mika Hayashi, and I've been a practicing urologist for over a decade, specializing in men's sexual health. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what to add to your water to transform it from basic hydration into a blood-flowing powerhouse that supports your energy, stamina, and performance. By the end of this video, you'll never look at water the same way again. But before we dive in, drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with men worldwide who are serious about reclaiming their vitality. All right, let's get into it. As we age, our body fundamentally changes how it processes water. When you were in your 20s and 30s, every cell in your body acted like a perfectly tuned sponge. You could drink a glass of water and within minutes, it was absorbed and distributed exactly where needed. Your kidneys worked like precision filters. Your blood vessels were flexible and responsive. Everything worked in harmony. But after 50, that harmony shifts. Your body becomes less efficient at holding on to water. Your thirst mechanism dulls considerably. You may not realize you're walking around chronically dehydrated. Most of the time, your kidneys begin excreting more fluid than they should, flushing out precious minerals and electrolytes your body depends on for cellular function, muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood flow. You might still drink 8 glasses daily, but far less of that water actually reaches your cells. It passes through without truly hydrating you at the deepest level. When cells don't get the hydration and minerals they need, they lose flexibility. The arteries and capillaries responsible for delivering oxygen-rich blood throughout your body start to stiffen. Think of it like watering your garden with an old, dried-out hose. The water still flows, but the hose doesn't bend easily. The pressure drops. Delivery becomes inconsistent. That's exactly what's happening in your vascular system. This reduced flexibility makes it harder for blood to move freely to where it needs to go. This doesn't just affect your heart or brain. It profoundly affects areas that rely most heavily on strong circulation. You might notice your hands and feet feeling colder. Your energy dips faster throughout the day. And perhaps most noticeably, those spontaneous morning erections become less frequent, less firm, or disappear altogether. The problem isn't that desire has vanished. The problem is, circulation has slowed and plain water does little to correct this on its own. Without essential minerals that carry electrical signals across cells, your body can't fully open blood vessels or efficiently deliver oxygen where it's needed most. Even if you drink 10 or 12 glasses daily, your tissues might still be metabolically thirsty. Not because of how much you're drinking, but because of what's missing inside that water. In my 10 years as a urologist, I've seen this pattern repeatedly. Men come in frustrated, exhausted, feeling disconnected from their bodies. They're eating better, exercising more, doing everything right, but their bodies aren't responding like they used to. When we investigate deeper, it's not age that's the problem. It's dehydration at the cellular level. It's a profound lack of minerals that keep everything running smoothly. Once you learn to upgrade your water with the right minerals in the right amounts at the right times, everything shifts. Your energy stabilizes, your focus sharpens, your sleep deepens, and your blood flow, especially where it matters most, comes roaring back. The research is clear. A 2011 study in biological trace element research showed specific minerals can increase testosterone by 24% in just 4 weeks. A 2022 study in nutrients confirmed higher magnesium intake is directly linked to better testosterone, improved muscle mass, and enhanced performance in men over 50. Studies from the Cleveland Clinic, Mayo Clinic, and Harvard Medical School documented how proper electrolyte balance dramatically improves vascular function, blood pressure regulation, and cardiovascular health. These are the exact systems controlling erectile function, energy, and stamina. Let me share a quick story. I had a 58-year-old patient, fit and active, who came to me completely exhausted. He was waking 3 to 4 times nightly to urinate. His morning erections had disappeared. He felt drained all day. Despite drinking plenty of water, blood work showed chronic dehydration. When I asked about diet, he mentioned eating 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter every evening. We made 2 changes. We swapped peanut butter for almond butter and added a mineral-rich hydration protocol. Within 6 weeks, his liver enzymes normalized. He slept through most nights. Morning energy returned, and those morning erections he thought were gone came back with firmness he hadn't felt in years. He told me it was like someone turned the lights back on inside his body. That's the power of giving your system what it's been starving for. The secret lies in 3 essential minerals. These are tiny electrical messengers that control almost everything from heartbeat to muscle strength, from mood to blood flow. Every signal your body sends depends on minerals carrying an electrical charge that tells cells how to act. Without them, your system loses communication. Your heart still beats. Muscles still move, but not with the same precision or power. Let me walk you through the 3 most important minerals for men over 50. Mineral number 1 is magnesium, the relaxation mineral. This is the most important mineral for men over 50. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic processes. It's responsible for relaxing smooth muscles everywhere from your digestive tract to your cardiovascular system. And here's why that matters. Those same smooth muscles lining your arteries also exist inside the corpora, the spongy erectile tissue that fills with blood to create an erection. For blood flow to be optimal, for erections to be firm and sustained, arterial walls and erectile tissue must be pliable and responsive. When your body gets the signal for action, those muscles need to relax, dilate, and open wide. This process called vasodilation is heavily dependent on sufficient magnesium. When you're deficient, and over 75% of adults are deficient due to soil depletion and modern diets, your blood vessels remain in constant mild tension. They're slightly constricted all the time. This is vasoconstriction. Magnesium counteracts that chronic tension. It acts like a natural calcium channel blocker. Calcium promotes muscle contraction. When calcium levels are too high relative to magnesium, muscles stay tight. Magnesium steps in and says, let's relax that tension. Adding highly bioavailable magnesium to your routine ensures systemic relaxation throughout your vascular system. It's absorbed quickly, enters your bloodstream, and immediately sends chill-out signals to your cardiovascular system and erectile tissue. This translates directly into easier, stronger, more sustained blood flow. Profoundly beneficial for energy and intimate performance. But magnesium doesn't stop there. It's also a silent regulator of testosterone. When magnesium is low, your body produces more cortisol. Cortisol actively suppresses testosterone production. They fight for the same space. But when magnesium is restored, cortisol falls and testosterone rises naturally, and you feel that steady masculine strength returning. Magnesium also supports deep REM sleep when your body produces about 90% of its testosterone during the first 3 hours. Better magnesium equals better sleep equals more testosterone. After 50, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing magnesium through food alone. Modern farming has stripped soil of minerals. Even healthy diets don't contain enough. If you wake with muscle cramps, tension in calves or lower back, or feel restless at night, that's your body signaling low magnesium reserves. The solution is simple. A small, consistent dose of magnesium, whether from mineral-rich water, magnesium-rich foods, or a supplement like magnesium glycinate or citrate, makes a visible difference within 2 to 4 weeks. Blood flow feels smoother. Your body feels lighter. You sleep deeper. Magnesium glycinate is gentler on your stomach, particularly good before bed. Magnesium citrate is better absorbed, but can have a mild laxative effect. So, start slow. The second essential mineral is sodium, the hydration gatekeeper. I know what you're thinking, Dr. Romano. Sodium causes high blood pressure. It's terrible for my heart. You're not wrong to think that. For decades, that's what we've been told. But here's where context ends and quality matters immensely. The problem isn't sodium itself. The problem is the vast amount of poor quality processed table salt hidden in processed foods, fast food, and packaged snacks. That white hyper-processed substance has been stripped of virtually every beneficial mineral, leaving only harsh concentrated sodium chloride that throws your electrolyte balance into chaos. But pure unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt is completely different. These natural salts contain not just sodium chloride, but a whole spectrum of trace minerals, often around 84 different elements including potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc. Sodium from high-quality unrefined sources is the master gatekeeper of hydration. It's crucial for maintaining the right fluid balance inside and outside cells. Without adequate quality sodium, your body struggles to hold on to water. You constantly drink and immediately run to the bathroom. Water passes right through. This leads to feeling perpetually thirsty despite consuming gallons throughout the day. Sodium works in powerful partnership with potassium to run the sodium-potassium pump. This is the fundamental mechanism powering almost all cellular activity, including nerve conduction, muscle contraction, and relaxation and dilation of blood vessels. Getting enough high-quality sodium in your water, especially first thing in the morning, ensures water is actually pulled into cells where it belongs. This leads to superior cellular hydration, dramatically better nerve response, and more efficient muscle function, including smooth muscle in your penis. A tiny pinch of high-quality, unrefined sea salt in a large glass of water, particularly in the morning on an empty stomach, is completely different nutritionally than concentrated inflammatory salt in chips or fast food. This simple addition drastically improves hydration efficiency, which optimizes blood volume, making it easier for your heart to pump effectively and for blood vessels to deliver oxygen-rich blood where it's needed most. Ancient cultures from the Himalayan mountains to coastal Mediterranean societies consumed mineral-rich salts daily and lived with remarkable vitality into old age. Modern science is catching up to what they knew through tradition. The third critical mineral is potassium, the quiet balancer. If magnesium is the relaxation specialist and sodium is the hydration gatekeeper, potassium is the counterbalance working silently behind the scenes. Potassium is the third leg of the electrolyte stool. Its primary job is ensuring proper cell signaling, especially in heart muscle and throughout your vascular network. While magnesium relaxes arteries, potassium works closely with sodium to maintain the essential electrical gradient across every cell membrane. Crucially, potassium has a well-documented role in managing blood pressure. It helps your body excrete excess sodium, particularly beneficial for men with higher blood pressure or diets heavy in processed foods. The balance between sodium and potassium is a delicate dance. In modern Western diets, most people consume far too much processed, low-quality sodium and far too little potassium found abundantly in fresh fruits, vegetables, beans, and legumes. And when we talk about enhancing blood flow and restoring vitality, we're creating harmonious internal balance. You need enough quality sodium to pull water into cells and keep blood volume optimal. But you need plenty of potassium to counterbalance sodium, ensuring arterial walls remain flexible, responsive, and capable of opening wide when your body needs powerful blood flow. Adding potassium can be trickier than magnesium or sodium because too much, especially with kidney issues or certain blood pressure medications, can be problematic or dangerous. But supplementing with a small controlled amount of easily dissolvable potassium chloride powder, or better yet, using a high-quality potassium-rich electrolyte mineral blend is an excellent safe strategy to restore this often neglected mineral ratio. By supporting this delicate balance, you're giving your heart and entire blood vessel network the tools needed to operate at peak efficiency. Many men describe feeling lighter, calmer, more balanced. Their heartbeat feels smoother. Energy becomes steady rather than spiking and crashing. Circulation feels more open, responsive, and alive. Now, let me explain exactly what happens inside your body when you add these minerals to water. Every signal in your body requires an electrical charge to function. Your heartbeat, thoughts, muscle movements, even vessel dilation during erections, all depend on electrically charged particles called ions moving across cell membranes. Minerals are those ions. They're your body's electrical currency. With adequate minerals circulating, signals move instantly, clearly and powerfully from brain to nerves to muscles to blood vessels. It's seamless communication. When you're deficient, communication becomes sluggish, imprecise, and unreliable. It's like a phone conversation with terrible connection. Messages get garbled. Actions get delayed. Responses become weak or inconsistent. Let's talk specifically about erections. For a strong, firm, sustained erection, a specific sequence must occur. First, your brain receives an arousal signal. That signal travels down your spinal cord through pelvic nerves into smooth muscle tissue lining arteries supplying your penis. When those nerves fire correctly, they release nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is essential. It's the master key. It tells smooth muscle in arterial walls and erectile tissue to relax and open wide. This allows blood to rush powerfully into the corpora. Those two spongy chambers running the length of your penis. As chambers fill with blood, they expand, compressing veins that normally drain blood away. The veins get squeezed shut, trapping blood inside that creates rigidity, firmness, and the ability to maintain an erection. Here's the critical part. Nitric oxide production and smooth muscle relaxation both require adequate levels of magnesium, sodium, and potassium. Without them, the signal is weak. Muscle doesn't fully relax. Blood flow is insufficient. The erection, if it happens at all, is soft, unreliable, or fades quickly. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium channel blocker, preventing excessive calcium from keeping muscles contracted and tense. It's like releasing the emergency brake on your vascular system. Sodium and potassium maintain electrical charge across cell membranes, ensuring nerve signals can actually cross into muscle cells and deliver their message clearly and powerfully. When all three minerals are present in the right balance, your system works as designed. Signals fire cleanly. Muscles relax on command. Blood flows freely and powerfully. Erections become what they should be: firm, reliable, sustained. This isn't just about sexual function. This same mechanism affects your entire cardiovascular system. Better mineral balance means better blood pressure regulation, better oxygen delivery to brain and muscles, better energy production at the cellular level, and better recovery after exertion. It's a complete systemic upgrade. Now let me give you the exact protocol. This is your complete action plan. First, every single morning within 20 minutes of waking, drink a large glass of water, 12 to 16O, and choose one of two options. Option A, magnesium focus. Add half a teaspoon of magnesium citrate or glycinate powder to your water. Make sure it dissolves completely. If you prefer capsules, take a 200 to 250 milligram capsule with water. This immediately starts the relaxation cascade in your vascular system. Option B, the salt hack. This is what most men find easiest. Take a tiny pinch of pink Himalayan salt or unrefined sea salt, just enough to barely cover the tip of your pinky finger, and add it to your water. You should barely taste it. This provides full-spectrum electrolytes right from the start and ensures your body can actually absorb and use the water instead of flushing it straight through. If you want an extra boost, add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice for vitamin C, which supports nitric oxide production. Throughout the day, focus on steady, consistent hydration. Don't chug massive amounts at once. Sip about half a glass every 45 to 60 minutes. This keeps blood volume optimal, prevents the flood and out cycle, and allows kidneys to process fluids efficiently. Your body thrives on consistency, not extremes. In the evening or after any workout or physically demanding activity, especially on hot days when you've been sweating, add about half a scoop of a high-quality potassium-rich electrolyte powder to your water. Make sure it's low sugar or zero sugar. This replenishes what sweating depleted, helps muscles recover efficiently, prevents cramping overnight, and supports steady blood pressure. If you're eating a potassium-rich dinner with foods like avocado, sweet potatoes, or white beans, you can skip this. Here's a strategic tip most men miss. If you know you're going to be intimate later in the evening, maintain steady hydration throughout the day, but stop drinking large amounts about 45 minutes before. This gives your body time to process that last intake, so your bladder isn't urgently full right when things heat up. You'll still have all the hydration benefits. Blood vessels will still be responsive, muscles still nourished, but you won't have that distracting pressure. For brands, I recommend Doctor's Best Magnesium Glycinate for the gentlest form, Natural Vitality, Calm for Magnesium Citrate Powder, or Enough Foods for affordable quality. For sea salt, look for Redmond Real Salt, Celtic Sea Salt, or Quality Himalayan Pink Salt. Avoid iodized table salt completely. For electrolyte powders, I like Element, which is zero sugar with high sodium, perfect for active men. Ultima Replenisher, also sugar-free with good mineral balance, or Liquid IV, which has small sugar amounts, but is still far better than Gatorade or Powerade. You can find all these on Amazon, at health food stores, or at Whole Foods and Sprouts. Total monthly cost should be $15 to $25. If you prefer food sources, and I encourage combining both approaches, here's what to focus on. For magnesium, eat 1 cup of cooked spinach for 157 ml, 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds for 190 ml, 1 oz of dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher for about 64 ml, or half a cup of black beans for 60 ml. For potassium, eat 1 medium avocado for 975 ml, 1 medium sweet potato for 542 ml, 1 cup of white beans for over 1,000 ml, or a medium banana for 422 ml. For sodium, your best bet is adding that small pinch of quality sea salt to your water. Now, critical warnings you must know. First, do not overdo sodium. More is not better. You only need a tiny pinch. If you have high blood pressure or any cardiovascular condition, talk to your doctor first. Monitor how you feel. If you notice swelling in ankles or hands, reduce the amount immediately. Never use iodized table salt. Second, magnesium can cause digestive issues, particularly loose stools. Magnesium citrate is more likely to have this effect than glycinate. If you have a sensitive stomach, start with just a 4 teaspoon and build up gradually over a week or 2. You can take it with food if it bothers you. If problems persist, switch to magnesium glycinate. Third, be cautious with potassium. Do not supplement heavily without your doctor's approval, especially if you have kidney issues or take blood pressure medications. Too much potassium can cause serious heart rhythm problems. Stick to recommended label doses. Getting potassium from food sources is the safest approach. Common mistakes: don't chug large amounts at once. It causes bloating and doesn't hydrate you better. Don't use cheap refined table salt. Quality matters enormously. Don't expect overnight miracles. This takes 2 to 3 weeks to show results. Don't skip days and try to make up for it. Consistency is everything. Don't combine this with heavy alcohol consumption. Alcohol flushes out all the minerals you're trying to retain. See a doctor if you have severe erectile dysfunction that doesn't improve after 2 months, as that could signal heart disease. If you experience unexplained swelling, heart palpitations, or irregular heartbeat after starting these minerals, stop immediately and get checked. If you're on any medications, especially for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart conditions, talk to your doctor first about interactions. Let me set realistic expectations about your timeline. This is not a magic pill. This is reconditioning your vascular system and restoring mineral balance. In week 1, you'll notice subtle shifts. Sleep quality improves. You'll feel slightly more stable energy. Mental clarity sharpens. You may notice you're not running to the bathroom as urgently because cells are actually holding on to water. Some men report deeper and fewer salt cravings. These are foundation changes. Your body is starting to respond. By weeks 2 and 3, improvements become noticeable. Energy feels steadier throughout the entire day. Brutal afternoon crashes start to fade. You'll likely experience stronger, more frequent morning erections. Circulation improves noticeably. Hands and feet feel warmer. Workout recovery gets faster. Muscle cramping, especially at night, decreases significantly. Mood becomes more stable. This is when most men become believers. This is when your partner starts noticing changes too. By weeks 4 through 6, you'll see significant results. There's marked improvement in blood flow. Erections become firmer, more reliable, easier to achieve during intimacy. Stamina and endurance, both in the gym and bedroom, improve noticeably. You'll feel overall vitality and confidence returning. This is when it all comes together. After 2 to 3 months of consistent daily practice, you reach peak benefits. Your vascular system has fully adapted. Performance becomes consistent. Energy is maintained all day without crashes. Mood and mental clarity are significantly better. You feel proactive and energized. Your body has fully adapted to proper mineral balance. But consistency is everything. This isn't a quick fix. This is a lifestyle upgrade. Benefits are maintained with daily practice. If you stop, the effects gradually fade. Make this your new normal. Now here's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, before coffee, before checking your phone, before anything else, drink 1 large glass of water with a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt. Just 1 glass. Do that every single morning for 7 days straight. Pay attention to how you feel. Notice your energy. Notice your mental clarity. Notice your morning response. That's it. 1 small change. I promise you'll feel the difference. If this made sense, hit that subscribe button right now. We're building a community of men serious about taking vitality back. This is Dr.